Come closer, my child, in this quiet moment when the world feels heavy and your heart aches with unspoken questions. Listen. You've been carrying so much alone, haven't you? The weight of expectations, the sting of unmet dreams, the quiet fear that maybe you're not enough. I see it all. I see you right here in the silence where no one else looks. Let me speak to your weary soul, not with grand words, but with the gentle truth that can heal what feels broken inside. You wonder sometimes if I'm really there, especially when prayers seem to echo back unanswered. That silence, it's not absence, it's an invitation to trust beyond what you can feel. Remember how I withdrew to the mountains to pray, alone with the Father? In those still hours, strength was renewed. You don't need constant signs to know I'm near. Faith grows in the quiet spaces where feelings fade and truth remains. Lean into that. Let go of the need for immediate answers. What if the waiting is shaping you, making room for something deeper? Pain has visited you, hasn't it? Those moments when loss cuts deep or betrayal leaves you numb. I know that numbness well, the garden where I sweat blood, crying out, yet surrendering. Not my will, but yours be done, I said in Luke 22:42. It's okay to feel the hurt. Don't rush to bury it. Spiritual growth often comes wrapped in suffering, like seeds breaking open in dark soil. Through it, you learn to release what you can't control. Holding on too tightly only prolongs the ache. What are you gripping right now that I might be asking you to lay down? A grudge, a plan, an image of yourself that's no longer true. Forgiveness. That's a word that stirs the heart. You've been wounded and the memory lingers like a shadow, but carrying it changes you, doesn't it? It hardens edges that were meant to stay soft. I forgave from the cross, saying, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, in Luke 23:34. Not because the pain wasn't real, but because love demands freedom. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's choosing not to let the wound define your days. Start small. Whisper their name in prayer, not with anger, but with a plea for peace. Over time, you'll feel the chains loosen. Your heart will breathe again. And trusting when understanding escapes you. Life unfolds in ways that confuse, paths that twist unexpectedly. You question why certain doors close, why healing delays. I walked that road too, from Bethlehem's manger to Calvary's hill, trusting the Father's plan even as it led through shadows. Proverbs 3:5-6 whispers, Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. It's not blind faith, it's anchored in who I am. When doubt creeps in, remember the times I've carried you before. Those weren't coincidences. They were my hand at work. Gratitude in the ordinary. That's a quiet power few discover. You chase the big moments, the breakthroughs that shine, but life is woven from simple threads. A warm meal, a friend's kind word, the sun rising faithful each morning. I gave thanks for bread and fish before feeding thousands in Matthew 14:19, showing that even the small can multiply in grateful hands. Pause today. Name 3 things you've overlooked. Your breath, steady and sure, the roof over your head. A moment of laughter amid the rush. Gratitude doesn't erase struggles, it balances them, reminding you that goodness surrounds you even now. Endurance. The word feels heavy when you're tired, doesn't it? Days blend into nights and weariness settles like fog. But I endured the cross for joy set before me, as Hebrews 12:2 says. Not with superhuman strength, but step by step, eyes on the Father. You don't have to run the race perfectly, just keep going. When exhaustion whispers to quit, rest in me. Matthew 11:28 invites you, Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. It's not weakness to pause, it's wisdom. Let me renew your strength like eagle's wings in Isaiah 40:31. Identity, who you truly are. The world shouts labels, successful, beautiful, worthy, based on what you achieve or own. But I see beyond that. You are mine, beloved, chosen before time. Ephesians 2:10 calls you my workmanship, created for good works. Pain and failure don't diminish that. They're tools reshaping you into something radiant. Let go of the masks. The need to prove yourself fades when you rest in my love. Who would you be if no one was watching? Free, perhaps, authentic. That's the you I delight in. Identity, who you truly are. The world shouts labels, successful, beautiful, worthy, based on what you achieve or own. But I see beyond that. You are mine, beloved, chosen before time. Ephesians 2:10 calls you my workmanship, created for good works. Pain and failure don't diminish that. They're tools reshaping you into something radiant. Let go of the masks. The need to prove yourself fades when you rest in my love. Who would you be if no one was watching? Free, perhaps, authentic. That's the you I delight in. Emotional numbness creeps in slowly, doesn't it? Days when joy feels distant and even prayer tastes flat. I've felt that isolation, crying out on the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me?" from Psalm 22:1. Yet the Father was there, weaving redemption. Your numbness isn't the end. It's a season calling you deeper. Don't force feelings. Invite me into the quiet. Share the emptiness honestly. In time, warmth returns, subtle at first, like dawn breaking. Letting go. Such simple words, such hard practice. Attachments to people, plans, possessions. They promise security but often deliver chains. I had no place to lay my head, as Luke 9:58 notes, yet I was free. What if you loosened your grip? Not all at once, but gently. Ask, does this bring peace or pressure? Release what steals your joy. In its place, space opens for what truly matters, connections that nourish, purposes that align with eternity. Practical wisdom for your days. When anger rises, count breaths before speaking. James 1:19 advises, be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. It saves regrets. In relationships, love with open hands. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guards for your heart. Proverbs 4:23 urges, keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. Say no when needed, without guilt. It's self-care, not selfishness. When criticism comes, and it will, sift it carefully. Some words carry truth for growth, others reflect the speaker's pain. I was misunderstood, called a glutton and friend of sinners in Matthew 11:19, yet I pressed on. Don't defend every slight. Your life lived well will testify. Rejection stings, but it's not rejection of you. It's often fear in disguise. Use it to refine, not to retreat. Do good quietly. A helping hand without fanfare, a kind word in passing. Galatians 6:9 encourages, let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap, if we do not give up. It's in these unseen acts that character forms. Who you are alone matters most. Prayer, make it your rhythm, not just rescue. Talk to me in the mundane, the joyful, the confused. Philippians 4:6 says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Honesty draws us closer. No perfect phrases needed, just your heart. Waves of life rise and fall. Remember, vulnerability isn't frailty. It's the path to strength. Share your struggles with trusted souls. Ecclesiastes 4:12 notes a cord of 3 strands isn't easily broken. You're not meant to journey solo. Now breathe deep. Feel the hope stirring. You're not adrift. You're held. In pain's forge, you're being refined like gold in Job 23:10. Silence teaches trust. Numbness yields to life. Forgiveness frees. Gratitude anchors. Endurance builds. Your identity in me is unshakable. Let this truth settle. I am with you always to the end of the age, as Matthew 28:20 promises, no valley too deep, no night too long. Rest here in my presence. Tomorrow's uncertainties, I'll meet them with you. You're loved just as you are. Peace be with you, my child. Let it soak in, slow and sure. You're home,